Hello and welcome to Hamer Reviews. My name is Christopher Hamer and today we're reviewing the Enacfire E90 True Wireless In-Ear Headphones. Now, I'm going to admit I saw these headphones reviewed online and thought, doesn't sound about right. Let me have a look at it. So I'm going to very quickly start this review by taking the review that I saw this. This is on the Daily Mail website, which I read because of work, obviously. Working in PR, don't have much choice. But I came across this. This is the headline. Well-balanced sound, deep bass, and a strong battery life, these £30 Enacfire E90 headphones are an affordable alternative to the AirPods Pro, a reference to Apple's current flagship in-ear headphones. Okay, so I looked at the product page and you know what? They have a sort of AirPod Pro vibe look about them. I mean, you know, look at the design of this. This is not that far off the AirPods Pro. So we're off to a relatively good start. There's a decent battery case. They look a bit like the AirPods Pro. Okay, I could be convinced here. And £30. I mean, the AirPods Pro, what, 250? So we're already saving ourselves £220. This review goes on and there's various bits talking about how amazing they are and they're 25% off at the time. The amazing battery life. There's really a lot of stuff here. I would show you, but there's a whole load of copyright stuff I don't want to get myself into by doing so. But there is one part of this review which was published on the 4th of February this year, 2021, that I wanted to pull out because I found it very, very interesting. And that was when they started talking about noise cancellation. Now, they didn't say active noise cancellation, but they said noise cancellation as good as the Apple AirPod Pros, but not as good as the Sonys. Now, they're referring to Sony and they're referring to Apple, and I'm going to guess with the Sonys we're talking about the WF-1000 XM3s. This is all very interesting to me, because do you know what these headphones don't have? Active noise cancellation. There is no active noise cancellation on these headphones. I have spent a long time testing them, far more time than they deserved. These do not have active noise cancellation. They do have great battery life. I did test them out for a long time, let them run for a while. They run out about 6-7 hours of usage. Apparently you can get 5-6 charges from this battery case, which seems about right from what I can tell. So yeah, you know what? They say 48-hour battery life. I actually do think you might get close to that. You definitely get 24 hours. So that's good. Working distance. So the distance you can be away from these with your phone connected to them. The box says 33 feet. I say 2 or 3. Yes, if you have a pure, like stand your phone up and put the headphones 30 feet away, they'll just about work. But I found even with them in my pocket, walking around, even the left earphone would cut out. So, yeah, not too sure about the connectivity of these headphones. They're not bad, you know, they're all right, but they're not great. Sound quality. Oh boy. £30, better than the Apple AirPods Pro, or at least as good as. No, not even close. These headphones are all right. For £30, they're fine. But they're not even as good as the EarPods, so the wired Apple headphones, and they certainly aren't as good as the AirPods, and they're certainly nowhere near as good the Sony WF-1000 XM3s, or the Apple AirPods Pro, or the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2, or the Cambridge Audio Melomania Touch. These are not in the same league. They do have fairly good bass, and when I say fairly good bass, I mean they're quite loud and punchy. However, as much as they are that, the highs are, in my view, relatively muffled. They're certainly not crystal clear. I listen to a wide variety of music to try and understand the sound profile there. I listen to a fair bit of music to try and understand the sound profile of these. And what I've got is they've definitely pushed the bass quite heavily. So the driver's clearly attuned to provide that deep bass. However, when you then try and listen for the highs, they're just not really there. They're quite muddy. So let me give you an example. 9 Inch Nails I was listening to only, and the drums were just quite hard to make out over the bass of that track. Even listening to something like Dire Straits, they're just not there. So the sound of these isn't bad. They're much better than the included headphones of phones that you had 10 years ago. But considering the quality of the headphones now included with phones that you can buy relatively cheap, these are not even close. I think they'll satisfy a lot of people, but they won't satisfy someone that is expecting the sound quality of the Apple AirPods Pro or the Sennheisers or the Boses of the world. These just aren't in the same league. I had a look at the Daily Mail's website and I kind of searched for this brand, and they've written like 4 or 5 stories. I can't remember if they're all the same journalist or not. I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know if they're being paid. It didn't look like it was an advertorial. So someone clearly's got in someone's good graces. But if you're watching this as a result of trying to corroborate the reviews you've seen online, whether it's the Daily Mail or elsewhere, I would really be tempted to take them with a pinch of salt. These do not come even close to the AirPods. Now, as I mentioned in my introduction, I'm aware that they didn't say active noise cancellation. Now, strictly speaking, noise cancellation without being active doesn't really exist in my view. You can have noise isolation, which for instance is something that Shure's headphones have always had magnificent performance on. So there's really nice foam ear tips that you push deep into your ear canal that then expand and really do block out the majority of sound without needing active noise cancellation, which did give you better sound quality, especially, 10 years ago when they were really popular. But these have crap noise isolation as well. You can hear everything through the headphones. Yeah, sure, they get fairly loud, so you can turn it up so you couldn't hear it. But let's be honest here, the fact of the matter is that these little earbuds do very little to block out any noise. Now, as I do on most of my reviews, I'm going to pop them in my ears. They protrude a little bit. They actually have a surprisingly good fit. I was impressed by that. The fit is nice and they feel good. They protrude a little bit, but not too much. I don't think they're too obvious, to be honest with you. And overall, I quite like the feel inside your ears. They're quite good, and they don't come out when you're moving around. So I did test them going for a walk, etc. Absolutely fine. So you could actually do sports in these. They claim to be IPX8 water resistant. They probably are. They sort of look sealed, so that's probably accurate. I just have this issue that they're trying to push features that these don't have. And that's a real shame. Then the sound quality as well on the microphones. So I called a few people, had calls, got feedback. They're all right. Apparently they're quite loud, which is a benefit. I suspect though, I haven't been able to test them in a busy place, COVID, etc. It's not exactly conducive to going somewhere busy at the moment and where other people are talking near you. But they don't strike me as very good. Again, they're not massively clear. They say crystal clear audio quality on their marketing materials. These are not crystal clear. They're all right. They're not great. I think they're going to struggle if you're in a busy environment. So yeah, I really wouldn't buy these even for £30. I think there's better choices out there. If you really just want bass heavy headphones, don't care whether they're massively clear and want really long battery life, you know what? Maybe these aren't the worst headphones you can buy. They do have Bluetooth 5.0 at the end of the day. But overall, I wouldn't recommend these, and I certainly wouldn't say they're anywhere near the performance of the top tier true wireless headphones that some media outlets have compared them to. I hope you found this review useful. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about the Enacfire E90s, do pop them in the comment section. Always love to hear what other people think. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really helps, and I do really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you again next time. Goodbye.